Before I drop this Donald Trump rally interview video, I want to give you a couple of my thoughts. Watching cognitive dissonance play out on TV or the internet is way different from experiencing and witnessing it yourself at a rally event where they're trying to hold on to two diametrically opposed ideas. For example, they say they want to keep the Second Amendment, and anybody who fringes on that is a tyrant, and yet they're going to accept the infringement by Donald Trump through red flag laws. I like take the guns first, due process second, and bump stock bans. So when you watch it play out in front of your very eyes as you're talking human to one of your fellow Americans, it's kind of shocking that somebody would actually move away from principle and toward a personality that has shown time and time again he can't be trusted. Now, if you're watching this video and you're not familiar with my content, I feel the same way about Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, for example, just one example, one of many, many examples, is somebody who wants to institute red flag laws. She wants to institute a ban on assault weapons, AK-47s, high-capacity magazines, AR-15s. But Donald Trump also wants to institute red flag gun confiscation laws. And for the reason, the one and only, if that was the only thing that was wrong with Kamala Harris, if everything else was right, but she wanted to take my guns and your guns through some kind of legislative presidential edict, that cancels her and she doesn't get my vote. If that was the only thing. And it's not the only thing. She's a banker puppet, just like Donald Trump. There's a lot wrong with these people. They're psychopathic, narcissistic, political puppets. But for the reason that I reject Kamala Harris, it's the same reason that I reject Donald Trump. And if you're going to say you're against Kamala Harris because of red flag laws and other things, then you have to say the same thing about Donald Trump, or you are in the cult of personality. You are cemented in cognitive dissonance. You have locked yourself into an echo chamber. So what I did when I was out here at this entertainment art center, when I was talking to these people, is I entered their echo chamber, and they didn't like the things that I had to say because it doesn't line up with their comfortable life of just pacifying themselves through this cognitive dissonance. They want to stay where they are, and they're happy doing it. And there's a lot of money to be made. There's a lot of notoriety, because I saw one guy, I can't remember, he's some rapper. He walked by, I think we'll get it on video. He walked by with this, kind of a small entourage, but he had the applause of the masses. And when you are incentivized to, when your bread and butter, when your gravy train is hailing the praises of Donald J. Trump, even though he's unconstitutional, even though he's un-American. Think about it. If you initiate a bump stock ban, that means everybody who owns that piece of plastic called a bump stock is now criminalized by Donald Trump and is subjected to jail time and fines. So he's going to put you in a cage. Another thing about Donald Trump that people don't seem to understand is he hates free speech. If you don't have the right to burn your own Chinese-made American flag, there's some irony for you, without being thrown in jail for 12 months, which is what Donald Trump wants to do, then you're not free. And Donald Trump is not an American patriot president. He's a freaking tyrant, just like Kamala Harris. If you're getting $100 million from Miriam Adelson, whose bidding are you going to do? Are you going to do the bidding of America? Or are you going to serve the people? You're not serving the people when you're getting donations from Pfizer, when you're getting donations from Sheldon and Miriam Adelson, when you're being backed by AIPAC, who basically owns Congress. So these people can't see this, or they do see it and they don't want to see it. They don't want to come to that reality because they want to feel like they have the power through their vote. My vote is my voice. This is how I change the trajectory of America for myself and for my sons and daughters. We're going to make America great again. And then they got their red hats. We're going to make America great again. No, you're not making America great by enslaving it to another psychopathic, narcissistic tyrant. And I started feeling bad wearing this hat right here, but I wanted to, when I was in Rome, I wanted to be as the Romans, so I wanted to fit in, and I wanted to actually get the interviews. But I was like, afterwards, I just put my tyranny hat on. And I may wear this Donald Trump hat again just to, you know, strike up conversations or whatever, trigger some leftists. That's another thing. Talking to the leftists across the street, we were having some audio technical difficulties. I'll probably throw that up anyway. You can kind of hear what they're saying, but something happened with the audio, but you'll see it. The long and the short of it is cognitive dissonance is scary, and that's how we usher in, we welcome, we applaud tyranny in our land. Stop drinking the Kool-Aid. All you MAGA people who are out there supporting Donald Trump, you got to know that when you get him into office, he's going to fill the swamp like he did last time with Steve Mnuchin and the Treasury Secretary. I've heard that he's considering possibly putting Larry Fink from BlackRock in the Treasury Secretary position. He's already contemplating draining the swamp with bigger swamp creatures than he did the first time. You can't be draining the swamp with Alex Azar. You can't be draining the swamp with Steve Mnuchin or Michael or John Bolton or Mike Pompeo from the CIA. So you got to understand that the big thing here is you got to stop solidifying yourself in your own cognitive dissonance, and you need to realize that freedom has to come before the cult of personality. Thanks for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next one.